show. And then we suddenly had a lot of flashes in the valley, and then some huge lights that suddenly turned out and moved with very high speed north-south in the valley. And one spectacular happening was 1 minute before 10 in the evening. Then we had a big light that started out and moved very quickly north and south and gave us this very, very impressive picture, which possibly is the best picture ever taken of the Hessdalen phenomenon. The exposure time was 30 seconds. So we see that the Hessdalen phenomena moves from, starts up here and moves down and then goes up again here. The distance here, it's approximately maybe from 10 to 15 kilometers, the distance it has covered. And the camera has an optical grating in front of the lens, and this grating makes this optical spectrum here. The one thing that is that surprises us with this spectrum is that it's continuous. The colors goes directly over in the other color here, and we see no lines or dots here, which will give us a signal of that we have a gas that is burning. This looks like an optical spectrum from a solid object or from plasma with high density, or it could be molecular chemical compositions, because molecular optical bands have very, very narrow lines, and I think that our equipment has not the resolution to could differ the different lines here. So a molecular band could give us something that looks like a continuous spectre.
At the same time, this observation is registered on radar. While the lights were seen only for a few minutes, the radar readings show the phenomenon apparent for a total of 4 hours.
And we are also very curious about the Hessdalen phenomena, which looks like a burning ball of fire, that it doesn't expand. In the combustion process, things should expand like in a motor in a car, but the phenomena keeps it in the same volume. It doesn't expand at all. So something must be able to hold this phenomena together, like a big magnetic field, like a plasmoid, a magnetic field which entraps plasma and keeps it inside itself. So we are looking for the mechanism that stores the energy, and why this energy source is so extremely powerful in the intensity. If this is a kind of a plasmoid, then we have a localized magnetic field that is able to encompass and keep a huge amount of energy, a plasma, inside a small ball for a long, long time. And this storing mechanism is one of the most interesting things to find out of. And this storing mechanism could also be possibly a new way of storing energy instead of batteries, instead of petrol, instead of nuclear power. Maybe we in the atmosphere have a natural storing mechanism for energy which we never have been able to detect before.
The Hessdalen phenomenon is alive. The scientists claim to be on the verge of a revolution within physics. Can it be the energy source of the future we are looking at? The idea of extracting energy from thin air or vacuum is not new. As early as the 1920s, Nikola Tesla claimed to have discovered enormous energy potential in what he called the flux field or the vacuum field. Today, science has named it zero-point energy. Until now, there is no known method of extracting this energy. Can this be what we see glimpses of in Hessdalen? Or is the phenomenon of a character challenging us to expand our conceptions of reality even further? Do the reports from locals in Hessdalen indicate that there is more to this than mystical energy alone? Many forefront physicists claim that we should reach for a totally new view on reality. If so, could Hessdalen be a portal to a different world?
We know there is a lot of energy in it. We have a lot of data, or some indication on the power. And if we find out what this power is coming from, maybe we can use that power for the mankind. It can be, for instance, a clean power source. Who knows? We don't know yet. But if we do necessary research, we maybe can find an answer to that question. Can this be a new power which the mankind can be using?